What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and all my absolute stupidities. I'm Jose. So today is, I don't even know. I know it's, well, you can't see my monitor, but it snowed for a few days. I think today's Thursday or something, rather. I don't know. But anyway, I'm jumping back onto my 2008 K-Series Honda Fit. I got a few comments on the top bridge that I made for my Fit. I'll show you guys what I did. I used angle iron and I don't know. I didn't like it. It was trash. So I decided to go with round stock, and I started doing a template out of a coat hanger. You guys can see it. I did a there you go. The stupid thing to stay still. There you go. I put the original top bridge back on and bolted it on right there so that I can make a template out of a coat hanger. So I want to use the same curves as the original one, so that it looks like it should have come like that. On the bottom, I'm gonna use pieces of the angle iron. Yes, I cut myself. I don't know how. I'm gonna use pieces of that angle iron, cut them, and make some legs right here to hold this, because it goes a little bit further out, somewhat like that. So yeah, I'm gonna start getting started on that now, so that yeah, I could possibly finish it, because the car's running. Ooh, sorry, car runs and drives. I ordered a crank position sensor from I think it was K-Tune. I ordered it last week. I don't even know. I ordered the crank position sensor because there was something wrong with my crank position sensor. That's the last code that I had. I put the TSX. I'm still running the same Fit ECU, if you could believe it. And that's the only code that I have. I have 3 codes. I have the 2 O2 sensors, which are not connected, and the crank position sensor. And it keeps shutting off my car. So I'm very close to getting it done. Like, it went from literally 18 codes to 3. And 2 of those codes, I know why they're there, because they're not even connected. So yeah, I ordered the new crank position sensor, and as soon as it gets here, trust me, I'm gonna plug it in and I'm gonna go from there. The crank position sensor says, sorry, I'm tired. I was shoveling. I was shoveling my van, and yeah, it got stuck, so I had to shovel it out. It says circuit high. Something like that, I forgot. Meaning that there's a cut wire somewhere, there's a missing wire or a split wire. That's what that circuit usually means. But I have power and ground to it. It's connected and everything is good with it. So the last thing that's wrong, that has to be wrong, is there's something inside the crank sensor. I'm trying to get you guys away from the stupid lights. For some reason I can't. There it goes. The lights are really bothering right now. They're like, I don't know. But yeah, it leaves one last thing, meaning that the sensor itself inside is damaged, which is, it's possible. So yeah, I'm gonna get started with fabricating this thing. I'm gonna start bending tubes and see what happens. I'm gonna go from there. All right, So what I'm gonna do first is, without scratching my brand new paint, yeah, and you can see the difference in color. This is the original rose gold on the fit. I 100% hate it. This is the color on my car. So yeah, as you already know, I made a template. So what I want to do now is I want to start positioning it and marking it exactly where I want to bend it. And for you know, just in case, I made it a little longer. If you see the curve right there, it's almost perfect. I made it about maybe a quarter inch longer, so that when I box this in, I'm gonna the rod is gonna be farther in, so that I can weld it from the outside and inside, and I'll have a stronger bridge. So what I'm using is where is it? Backward. Good job. There we go. I'm using, come on, focus, 3/8 inch by 48 inches round stock. I didn't need to go a lot bigger because, I mean, this is pretty, you know, flimsy. And you know, I'm gonna have it boxed in here, and I'm gonna have rods going down to strengthen it anyway. So, and this is I'm leaving this original, so maybe later on along the line, a couple years or so, whatever, who knows, I don't know, maybe next year, or I don't know, I might do it next week, who knows. Anyway, this is pretty hefty, pretty strong, stronger than the top bridge itself. So yeah, I'm gonna start marking off the round stock with my template wherever it went. There it goes. And I'll get back to you in a second. All right, so I got my piece all bent, and so for starters, this side is gonna be a lot thinner than this side, meaning that if you look closely, this side is less pronounced than this side. The reason for that is that this side really has no space. So if I make this wider, what's gonna happen is it's not gonna make sense for me to actually eliminate the top bridge, because I want it to have enough space so that if I do go with the RBC manifold or the Skunk 2 manifold, I can have enough space. Now this side right here is gonna hold the neck for the radiator, because I'm gonna still use this radiator. The radiator's still good, there's nothing wrong with it, and it's an original Honda radiator, so it'll last me a little longer for what I want to do. So yeah, that's why if you look, you gotta look really close to notice the differences on the height between this side and this side. So this is gonna have is gonna hold the little gusset for the screw for that. So now the other side of it, it's gonna be right around there. If I can get it. Okay, I finally got it to stop falling off of the radiator support. All right, so yeah. So what I'm gonna do is that's pretty much how it's gonna go. They're gonna be a little bit farther apart, like that. There you go. But I'm not sure exactly yet. I might just leave one single one. Because like I said before, if I do it too far, if I do it like this, then there's still really no space for there is space, but there's not, if it makes any sense, because to be able to use the RBC manifold, I would have had to cut the top bridge maybe like around here. So I'm still debating on how I'm gonna do that whole thing. Or and here it goes again. I dropped it again. So I might just do a piece like this and call it a day. So I don't know yet. It's a work in progress. But I do like the way this one is coming out. I like that. I am gonna do 2 ears, one on this side and one on this side for the radiator, the hood latch bracket and all that stuff. Yeah, what I'm gonna do, if I do end up just leaving a single, I am gonna reinforce it. It will have cross beams, one going down here and the other one going down there. And yeah, that should be sufficient enough to, you know, work. And then of course I have to gusset. Well, not gusset. I'm gonna weld the angle iron right here to be able to put it here. And I'm gonna put no, actually no, this has the nuts in it, so I'm just gonna make 2 holes, put that there nice and solid. And yeah, it's shaping up. Okay, so after about 2 hours of trial and error on this stupid thing, I finally got it to where I like it. I ended up using a little the angle iron to weld it onto here. It's not completely welded because I had to use, you see right there, I had to use 2 pieces of flat stock as like a little pick-me-up. I had to lift it up just enough so I could get this on there nice and solid. Now the top bridge, yes, I'm kind of excited. I gotta get all this stuff up there. I'm kind of excited. So, all right, this is pretty much how it's gonna be. I took the angle iron and I welded 2 pieces together and a flat stock right here. Now, so that it's a little stronger, I'm gonna put the top round stock through the little thing that I made, so that it doesn't have, when the hood closes, it's not just flat on here, and it'll hold some of the impact. So it's gonna be in here. It's not gonna be that far up. It's gonna be somewhat around that far down. It's only gonna go in that much just to be able to hold some of the impact on, you know, from the hood closing. So this is somewhat how it's gonna look. I'm riv nutting. I'm putting a riv nut in through here to the back side of this. I have one in here into here. I showed you guys how to do riv nutting on other videos, so if you guys want to check those out, you can watch the other videos, and I explain to you how to put riv nuts the right way and using what riv nuts are good. So that's how that side is. It's not welded, so you can still see that it moves. I need it to be movable so that I know what angle this is gonna go in. That's very important, because I want the hood to close all the way down, and I want it to be nice and solid, which is why I went with using a full angle iron and not just cutting 2 pieces and welding them, because I want everything to be nice and sturdy. I want it to be sturdier than the factory because I had an issue with this before. And I've had customers that have issues with this thing moving around, and it, for some reason, it misaligns the front nose, so it sucks. But this is how it's gonna be. I'm gonna go ahead and do this side so that I could fit that up, and I could show you guys how it's gonna look. Oh, and also I'm gonna also have another piece right here, but it's not gonna go all the way across. It's gonna go in an angle like that. Well, not exactly like this because this looks kind of shitty, but it's gonna be it's gonna go from here. It's gonna come around like this, bam, right there. So it's gonna have a little curve right here, and the same on the other side. And then over here, underneath here, you see I already made a pie cut. I'm gonna weld it right there, so that, let me see if I can move this out the way with my thumb, and there we go. So I'm gonna weld it right there, so that I could put some flat stock, so that we could put riv nuts underneath. So I have everything ready. I have the riv nuts right there. It's gonna be on the flat stock. I have a nice long piece of flat stock. So yeah, she's shaping up, guys. She's getting there. She's gonna have her face back. The reason I'm doing all this now is because I don't know if you guys remember, I relocated the ABS unit up top. And yes, there's enough clearance. If you guys can see right there, it clears the hood perfectly. It doesn't rub, it doesn't hit anything. So that's good. Now, the reason I wanted it over there is because I want to be able to have enough space around here so that if I want to change my light bulb, I can. If I want to change my belt, I can. If I want to, work on a pulley, I can. With the ABS unit being in the way, I would never be able to do that. So that's the reason. That's the reason why I'm going through so much headache on relocating everything, moving everything, and I want it to be able to work, and I want to show you guys how to do things, and be able to use everything that your car comes with. That's the whole point. And full disclaimer, I've never done a lot of this stuff before. That whole doing the top bridge, I've never done this before. This is literally the first time doing something like this. I have built race cars, a few race cars, but I've always outsourced and purchased stuff. You know what? It's readily available. Why not just buy it, right? That was my mentality. With this, there's really nothing available. And if there is things available for the Honda Fits, they're stupid expensive. Like something like this, you easily would have paid maybe $700 or $800, maybe $1,000 for doing stuff like this, if it's available anywhere. And anybody that knows how to do this type of work, they're gonna charge you a lot of money. And the reasoning behind me doing all this stupid shit and showing you guys how to do it is because I want you guys to see that with limited tools and limited knowledge, you can do this. You can do stuff like this. This is I'm not sponsored by anybody, so I'm not gonna say anybody's names, but I mean, I've used it for a long time. It's my Lincoln welder, and look, it's basic. I bought it at Home Depot because I was there one day. I needed a welder. I forgot what I was doing there, but I said, "Oh shit! Look, they sell welders. Give me that." I think I ended up paying like $600 for it after taxes and stuff. So it's basic tools, basic knowledge, and you guys can do it. So I'm gonna start doing the other side and get back to you in a minute. All right, so I have my squared angle iron, my angle steel all marked out. That's about 1 inch. what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it and start making the boxed area for that. All right, so I cut out 2 of them. One of them had a little hole in it from when I did the top before, my fail, but doesn't matter. I'm gonna tack it up real quick. All right, so I got it tacked up. I got the little edge tacked. That's all I really need for now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test fit it in here. There we go. And that's what you want. You want a nice tight fit. It gave it a little bit of a curve, like a focus. But yeah, I'll flatten that up right now. All right, so I welded it up really nice. Nice penetration. If I could, there you go. Focus, damn it. There we go. Nice penetration. I am gonna do the top part, but I want to fit it first. Make sure that everything is good. I don't want to touch that right now because it's really hot. And yeah, I don't want to burn myself. So yeah, we got to test fit it in there and make sure that everything is good. But I'm gonna cool this down first. All right, now that it's safe for me to touch, I can touch it without burning myself and scalding myself. So yeah, there we go. That's how it's gonna fit. It's gonna fit up there nice and tight. That's what you want. All this is gonna be ground down, so it doesn't matter how it looks right now. This is where the hole is gonna be for the first screw. I'm gonna put a riv nut, so it's gonna take care of whatever little small gap is in there, which is fine, because you want a little gap in there for the top of the riv nut. I don't know if you can see them in there, but there you go. Now you can see it. It looks like a small line up there, but yeah, that's what you want. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna weld this side, grind it flat, and mark it for the riv nut. Okay, so I got the first riv nut on there. There you go. That's how it should look if it's done correctly. So those little ribs, if you over tighten it, it'll hold it back a little tiny bit. You can't go crazy and Incredible Hulk that shit, because you will damage it and it will start to spin. So you got to be careful with that. Now what I'm gonna do is it goes this way. I'm gonna cut the plate out for here, and I'm gonna get that tacked and welded. All right, so here's the other side done. That little hole that was there, I welded that up. If the camera, there you go, the camera can focus. There we go, slowly. We got good penetration. Like I said, I am not, a professional fabricator. Well, I do fabricate, but I'm not the best welder in the world. And I'm using, a low budget machine. I mean, it's not low budget, but for this stuff, it's perfect. I am gonna go and give it some welding inside, just for good measure, because yeah, I mean, it's always good to have more than less. So yeah, but enough dilly-dallying. This is the one for this side, and you can see the riv nut goes right there. Once this is all ground down nice and flat, I'll do the hole on this side, and then I'll do the hole for that side for the riv nut. And yeah, we'll be that much closer to finishing the top half of the radiator support, since the bottom one is pretty much done. Just need some sanding and paint. So yeah, let me finish this up. All right, We're that much closer, people. We're that much closer. All right, so I got this all welded up. I got the little boxes inside welded up on both sides. Now, I decided to make these little gussets right here. It's more aesthetics than anything, but it will be functional. I will be showing you that in a future episode. I will be making bracing to hold it, but one side is longer than the other. This one is the right side. As you can see, it's a little shorter. There's a reason for that. Since I am using the stock radiator, I'm gonna be putting a little post right there to hold this little sucker right there. There we go, right there. So that's gonna hold that. It's gonna hold it real nice and tight. And then this side is shorter because the intake manifold is right there. And like I said, whether I stay with the K20 or do K24, whatever, at least I'll have the, I'll know that I could put whatever manifold I want and not have, not have to worry about space. So yeah, I'm gonna tack weld this there. I'm gonna tack weld that one there, and I'm gonna take this back off and weld it all up. And there we go. Everything is welded up, looking nice. Got the gussets welded up, and yeah, it actually, this is the first time, this is the very first time I've ever done this, and you know what, honestly, I like it. I am gonna do the plates right here. It's gonna come down and over for this guy. Actually, you know what, no, I'm just gonna weld a plate right here because it has its own mounts. I don't know why I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna weld the mounts right here. Boom, that's done. I'm gonna weld a mount right here for this one. That's done. This guy right here is gonna have his mount right there. Everything's gonna look 100% stock, but I'm not gonna do that yet though, because I might, like I said in the other videos, I might use the half radiator from like the Civics, because it's gonna be a lot better. It'll be small. It's gonna be smaller, fatter, and that's what she said. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot more efficient. There's gonna be less room in here. Actually, it's gonna be, a lot more room in here for me to put a fan on this side for the radiator support. I mean, for the condenser, for the AC, and I could just put it on the opposite side for that guy. Or I could just use the half radiator and the half condenser from the Civic. I could just use the whole thing because I have like 2 or 3 of them. So pretty much, yeah, everything's fabricated. Once everything is done and I finalize exactly what motor I'm gonna use, because most likely I'm gonna use this one. So I'm thinking about it. I'm probably just gonna put RBC manifold, leave my drive-by-wire because that's all working fine. But I might just, since it's you know what, it's just as strong as a factory, so I might just leave it like that. But knowing me, I'm not gonna leave well enough alone, and I might just put a bracing on the bottom going down, or I might just remake the top of this because it's kind of bothering me. It looks kind of funky, but I mean, you know what, if it works, it works. I might just leave well enough alone. This is the way the factory has it, so to me it's whatever. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is by no means done. This car's nowhere near done, but I mean, it's a trial and error. I do like the way the top bridge came out. It looks It looks nice. I like it. It's my first time. My first time ever doing that. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. Hit that subscribe button. I really need more subscribers to do this type of stuff. I mean, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, hit that subscribe button. Hit the share button. Hit that bell so you can get all the notifications when I do upload videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.